Justice Crack was abducted or was kidnapped or was arrested, no matter the language you put it to, is not the issue. The issue why I was so furious yesterday is because the people who kidnapped him refused to put it out that yes, this guy is in our custody, this man is in our custody. I mean the Nigerian army. Yes, the Nigerian army, NEA. They refuse to put it out that this man is in their custody. And every investigation is directed towards the Nigerian army that this man is in their custody. This man is a family man. The children are there. The wife is there. Like, they deserve to know where the husband is. Like, I don't just understand this. Now, a lot of people are skeptical, like, why should the Nigerian, or why would the Nigerian army, the soldiers, why do they just adopt this person? Is it a Boko Haram member? Is he a member of the people they call bandits, the terrorists they call bandits? Or is it a member of ISWAP, and so on and so forth? Anyway, your answer is good as mine. He has nothing to do with those criminal things. You know what? A video like this could be the reason why he was kidnapped. Take a listen.
Nigerians, look at the food that your soldiers are eating. I uploaded a video few hours ago. It never even reached 1 hour. A military personnel sent me this picture. This is what the Nigerian army, the Nigerian government are feeding our soldiers in Maiduguri morning, afternoon, and night. Look at that rice. One small rice like that. Look at the small gari. And look at that soup that look like vomit. This is what they feed the people that are defending Nigeria. This is the food they give to people who are facing terrorists every day, whereby we are in a country that the federal government is spending 604 million naira to rehabilitate the radicalized terrorists. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm saying that the terrorism we're still facing in Nigeria today is as a result of Nigerian government pampering terrorists. We're in a country where the government is treating the terrorists better than the military. How can you feed a military personnel this? No wonder most of them end up falling sick. They look malnourished. How would they even have strength to even carry the gun, to even face the
Now, this is a straightforward answer. What he just posted, is it true or false? The answer is true. Now, let me tell you, if the Nigerian army are yet, as of the time of making this video, are yet to release a statement about the whereabouts of this man, I want to tell you the investigation they are making. They could be making an investigation to know the Nigerian soldier that sent that photo or that video to Justice Crack. Do you understand what I'm saying? Yeah, I am now talking indirectly. I am talking indirectly. The soldier that sent him the video might be the target, not Justice Crack. That is apart. But secondly, the man has been saying truth. He has been exposing a lot of things, saying things the way it is, like people who don't look face to speak something. It's just the way I talk. Like, I don't care. The man is a very straightforward man. And they will look at it that, yes, government will not like this one. If we kidnap him, government will like it because he's not working for the ruling party. He's always supporting P2B. Yes, I think it's an advantage. Let us take him out. But guess what? The terrorists, the Boko Haram members who are using telephone, internet, and so on and so forth, who are everywhere, nobody is after them. Nobody is after them. Just look at the kind of videos this guy used to make. You will understand that, yes, he could be a target to these people who don't like democracy. Yes, the APC government, the Nigerian army, they don't like democracy because I don't see any reason why a military department should go and arrest a blogger or an influencer for something maybe they did online. What happened to the police? What happened to the court? You charge him to court if you feel that there is something wrong to what he's doing. But no, they will not do it. And that is why sometimes I look at what people are calling democracy as a form of a dogma. You know, a dogma is a set of belief that you can't question. You can't amend the dogma. You can't question, like, just believe what they say. Like autocratic. That is the way Nigeria system is. So, for people who are growing up and they are in schools, primary school, secondary school, and they are teaching them about government and they are learning about democracy, If they look at the country they call a democratic country, I will tell you that if they go out to all part of the world and come to define democracy or explain the nature of democracy, they are going to fail woefully. Because what they are seeing, they are being lied to that Nigeria is democratic. Nigeria is not. Where is this guy? Where is this man? Leave Justice Crack. Go and face your Boko Haram. Go and face your ISWAP. Go and face your prodigal sons. You understand? Because if you take Justice Crack out now, more people will continue to talk. You can't stop all those things. Now, this is another thing I'm going to say about, exposing what military officers sent to you. Yeah. I learned this lesson a very long time ago. Yeah. I learned this lesson a very long time ago. You see, sometimes if I'm on a live broadcast, I used to invite either retired military officers or people who ran away from the military. I will just invite them to speak, even though they did not show their face. They will speak through the audio on the background. I know why I used to do such a thing, because they used to send me some evidence. Look at what is going on here. Look at all those things. Sometimes I refuse to publish it, because if I publish it, then you will be compelled to bring out who sent you that video. You get it? You'll be compelled to bring out who leaked this information to you. So what I do is that I invite them to come and talk. But people who are in the military cannot, who are still serving, they cannot do that, because they will enter trouble. So I believe that is what the Nigerian army is looking into, that made them to kidnap this guy, because they will be saying, okay, the Nigerian soldier, the particular soldier that sent this thing to this guy, should be dismissed. We should arrest him. We should court-martial him. If you think that this thing is a joke, check out how many soldiers who have criticized the system, the Nigerian army. Where are they today? Most of them have been silenced. Most of them have been without trace. We don't know where they are today. Where is X-Man? Where are these people? Many of them, even people who are in soldier, they used to dismiss them. So I'm using this opportunity, no matter the difference in ideology between individuals or whoever it may be. I want to let you know that the injury to one is an injury to all. This is the reason why I used to tell people, when someone, maybe because you don't like the person or you don't have the same ideology with the person, if the person have problem, be very careful. Be very careful on how, on how you deal with such thing, because the thing will still come back to you. It is the same system now. You say it's the same Nigeria system. So if you are not, you are not fighting for others, despite whether you like them or not. If you are not fighting for others, if it happens to you, you will not see who will fight for you. You will not see who will fight for you. So the last thing I'm going to tell you is that for those of you who are saying that just come out to talk, it's nothing. Just talking is nothing. I want to let you know that it is not nothing, because you have not been connected to this circle of elite. They don't tell you the damage, sometimes heart attack, that the truth you are speaking on the internet give them. Speak forth. Don't be silenced. Speak forth. If you talk, you will die. If you did not talk, you will die. So don't let anyone to intimidate you. Don't just say because if you talk now, they will come and arrest you. Look at, it was someone they sent to go and collect a Weibi, or to go and send, to go and Weibi something to another person. They shot him dead at the park there. Unjustly. And someone is there, you are still afraid. Maybe someone will come and arrest you. No, we've got to wake up now. You wake up, because the reality is going to hit you hard. The reality is going to hit you hard. So let us understand where we are today. The Boko Haram members who said they are going to take over Nigeria, nobody arrested them. That is their mission, to overthrow Nigerian government. That is their mission. But they are being rehabilitated. But people who speak the truth out, they hate them. I don't just understand. But you know what? I am telling everyone, I'm telling people that this Nigeria is not sustainable. It's not sustainable. If they call for revolution today, I will be at the forefront. I'm telling you this. I will be at the forefront. During the EndSARS, we were there. Even when we thought that people will take end bad governance protest serious, we were there at the forefront. This is because I believe that if you are going to die, you are going to die. If you are going to live, you are going to live. Sometimes the precautions you take so that you will not die, at the end, you end up dying before your time. If you are a Nigerian, wherever you are, this is not time to be afraid of anyone. This is the time to rise up and speak forth, speak the truth. And posterity is going to judge you. 30 years to come, 50 years to come, what you will say today will still be on the internet. So, let's be careful.
Nigerians, look at the food that your soldiers are eating. I uploaded a video few hours ago. It never even reached 1 hour. A military personnel sent me this picture. This is what the Nigerian army, the Nigerian government are feeding our soldiers in Maiduguri morning, afternoon, and night. Look at that rice. One small rice like that. Look at the small gari. And look at that soup that look like vomit. This is what they feed the people that are defending Nigeria. This is the food they give to people who are facing terrorists every day, whereby we're in a country that the federal government is spending 604 million naira to rehabilitate the radicalized terrorists. Now, this is what I'm talking about. This is why I'm saying that the terrorism we're still facing in Nigeria today is as a result of Nigerian government pampering terrorists. We're in a country where the government is treating the terrorists better than the military. How can you feed a military personnel this? No wonder most of them end up falling sick. They look malnourished. How would they even have strength to even carry the gun, to even face the terror?